Welcome back, everybody. Aesop Grimm here, and we're continuing our Crusader Kings 3 Chronicle, where we're shooting for the Emerald Isle achievement. Here's our family as it stands right now. I believe we left off in 1072. Maybe it was 1070. I was wrong on both counts. So we're almost into 1074. Okay. We also, in the last episode, had something weird going on where Harold Godwin went ahistorical and charged south to take on William instead of north to take on Harold of Norway. And so he crushed William and put William out of that fight. But, well, not fully, but he reduced William to a point where it was insignificant. William was still up here officially in the war, but his troop count was very low. Godwin then turned north to take on Harold of Norway and thoroughly got thumped. Harold of Norway is very, very strong and matches up well with the Holy Roman Empire. So Norway took over England. But what happened is that Harold died. And apparently in the succession, I'm not sure how it worked. Maybe it was a legal succession or maybe there was an usurpation. But another family took over. Other than his primary, like his son. His children, none of his children inherited. And so what that did is that caused the Kingdom of England to default back to Godwin. So Godwin has it. And now he is fighting with William. And it is a very low troop count. It's 754 troops versus William's 157. So Godwin's easily got the upper hand here. William has potential to call in 1,200 troops worth of allies. He hasn't done so yet, so he could gain the upper hand. But meanwhile, what I'm not sure about is how come Asbjorn, with his 2,200 troops plus allies, so that's what, another almost 8,000 troops, why he's got the claim. Unpressed claim, Kingdom of England. So we might see him step back in there. But in the meantime, this is kind of what the map looks like. And let's call it 1074 because we're almost there. The Byzantines, I can't tell what they've done. They might have climbed north a little bit in these areas. I'm not really sure. But as for us, we have secured southern Ireland. We have the Duchy of Munster here, and this is the de jure duchy. And we have a claim on Ossory. You can see Dublin has extended into, what is this, Leinster. So we're in a race. One of these two counties is going to be Dublin's next target. So we're in a race there. I do have the claim here, but we're in debt. So we'll go ahead and hit unpause. Are you guys at war with anybody? Not yet. Okay. All right. In the meantime, we've had plenty of kids. Everybody's being educated by a parent, either their mom or us as the dad. What happened here? Oh, yeah, we have gout. I forgot about that. That's bad. That's really bad. But we got treatment for it, so we have reduced disease symptoms. We have a huge boost to our health, which counteracts the severe penalty to health from gout. How old are we? We're 47. Man, we really didn't want to die before we took down Ireland. We've gotten our grandson back. Raiders had sieged us down and taken our grandson captive. To make my spymaster Earl Ragnvald more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can include a compliment in my next missive to his court. Okay, this is where you have to look at Ragnvald's traits. Loyalty and sense of honor. Earl Ragnvald's reaction will be based on how well it suits him. Loyalty and sense of honor. What do we got here? He's paranoid, shy, greedy, charismatic negotiator. How does that fit with shy? And patriarch, a man who is truly dedicated to his family and the prosperity of his house. So loyalty might roll over into that. Soaring ambition. He does not have the ambitious trait. Youthful vigor. He's 53. Keep it short and professional. Let's try banking on this. Loyalty and sense of honor. Our recent correspondence has been a source of joy for me. I cannot help but think that we might both benefit from increased communication. Excellent. All right. And Ermeltrude is pregnant. We're almost there on the debt question. Or roadblock, I should call it. It's not really a question, it's a roadblock. We've gained, and we're at positive 1 gold. Okay, so let's take Parthian tactics. Light cav and heavy cav and skirmishers will have their toughness increased, in some cases significantly. The cavalry gains more pursuit, and the skirmishers gain 20% more damage. All right, now, Ossory, who still is not at war, they can raise 431 troops. We can raise 703. So we will declare war for our claim. We don't have the 63 prestige. I'm not very concerned at this point in time about a famous family. We can play the rogue. Oh man, role-playing wise though, we're gallant. This really fits, in my opinion, this fits better with a dreadful character. I'm gonna go ahead with it anyway. Yeah. At our level, I'm trying to work this out in my head. We're gallant. I think if you're gallant, you kind of care about honor and prestige and stuff. However, we're gallant at a low level. Where, I don't know if this will make sense to everybody, and I guess I'll brush by this. We don't need to spend too much time on it. My thought here is that somebody who's gallant that is not famous yet, they're gallant in their personal, individual ways of how they carry things out on a day-to-day basis. But they might also be very individualistic in that they don't give a rip what the modern aristocracy thinks of them. They may even be antagonized by that and be like, you want to speak rumors? Who cares? I look down on you too. You people are a bunch of fakes that just deal, you peddle and influence and trade barbs like high school students. What do I care what you think about me? I think that when you're at the lower level, you're much more individualistic in that way. And so these two things would be able to pair together in that sense. And it probably sounds like I'm trying to find an excuse to do this. I really am just trying to think, how would this go? But when you're at a higher level, when you're a king or you're a major duke, now your family name, it's like the rise and there's an old phrase, the rise and fall of families in America, or the rise and fall of American families, something like that. And what it discusses, or what it's hitting at, is that you can go through and find famous American families and see how they came to power, but then you can also see how they fell from power. And I'm sure you can do that anywhere. It's just that the phrase says American in it. And the idea being that the higher up you go, the more things like rumor milling and reputation matter. The lower you are, the less that matters. But the higher up you move, the more you have to kind of join the society reindeer games and stuff like that. So I'm going to say that we're low enough right now that we don't care. We're trying to unite everybody, and we're really doing it whether they like it or not. We've got a vision of one people here that has not been carried out for a while. And so it's not like we're a major duke over in this area where you have infighting happening to catch the eye of the king. And we don't have that going on over here. So I'm going to declare war anyway. Let me look at disgraced. The lowest possible level of fame. The next level is established. We lose a knight. Oh, man, actually, I can't do this. If we lose a knight, that's saying that we are affected at the local level. Knights won't come here because we can't do it. Doggone it. Doggone it. So I need 63 prestige. All right. Huh. That's frustrating, but that's what you get whenever you're trying to roleplay these things. And it's a little bit like writing a story. I don't know, because I've never written a book, but I would imagine that authors have to sit there, and there's things that they want to do because they have personalities also, but they have to stay true to what their character is and what they're developing their character to be. And I'm sure they get to points where they're like, oh, I don't want to do this, but I kind of have to because that's who this guy is. All right, overtaxation causes banditry. Why do we have overtaxation? Oh, because we have him set to collect taxes. We have Swirled Earl Ragnvold. We will work on our steward, I suppose. Do we have anybody better? No. I could invite people. I know kind of how to do that, but I like when I start small, and I almost always start small. I very rarely go above the level of count. I just really enjoy the progression of the game. And when starting small, I don't really like to... I like to keep things local for a while, and I expand as I get larger and larger. Okay, so this steward will remain there. Let's go ahead and try and sway him. All right. Why am I down in prestige? Didn't I have more than that just a minute ago? She's now major diplomatic expertise. Is this costing me prestige? I might have to go back and look at the recorded video on this later and find out if it cost me prestige to sway people. Neighboring ruler 1, Connacht over Brefne. Okay. Well-organized levy service. Good. Household savings, we gained 50 gold. With the babe cradled in her arms, Petty Queen Ermeltrude looks up at me, her face surprisingly serene. Husband dearest, could we name him Sigurd? Sigurd, after my perceptive father. Yes. Yes, we can. Our spouse's stewardship skill led to a windfall and profits. And she is major diplomatic expertise now. Our numbers are looking quite good. We're making 1.3 prestige per month. I wish I could think of something that would allow us to get more prestige. Call a hunt. Yes, we get chances for prestige here. It's expensive. We'll do it. Quite expensive. My vassal, Mayor Carlos, is the first to see it. The powerful wolf is hard to distinguish. The powerful wolf is hard to distinguish from its surroundings, but it is observing us through the undergrowth. I lock eyes with the animal, and it is almost as if it can sense my intention, for it suddenly takes off. Slow and steady now. That cliff looks steep, but we're impatient. We might die. We might die here. We ride. Gain 75 prestige. Do it. Did all go well. We follow the wolf on its flight through a ravine, and suddenly Mayor Carlos' horse loses its footing and sends him to the ground, screaming. It is nothing fatal, but the mare is twisting in pain. We press on. Greetings, my amicable liege. I have been hosting your Chancellor, Marifin Snekta, for some time now. The way he imposes himself on my home, all the while encouraging no less than groveling servitude to you, disgusts me. But Lord would send such a terrible representative. Ragnvald is upset. We lost 30 opinion with him. Alright, we have enough prestige to attack now. We're just waiting for this hunt to finish. As the wolf disappears into the wetlands, I know that the quarry is lost. It is regrettable that Mayor Carlos had to be injured over an escaped wolf, but such risks are part of the thrill. Next time we'll get it. Indeed. Alright. Ragnvald is still at a plus 30 opinion. What's this symbol here? Intimidated. I have a dreadful reputation? How did that happen? 15 dread. Oh, I have natural 15 dread. 20 from wrathful. I lose 5 from gout ridden. Alright. We are now prepared to attack. 434. Let me just confirm that we have, what was it, around 700? Yes. Ossory will be ours. We could offer vassalage. No, he will not accept. We shall declare war for our claim. And now we can afford it. They're vastly inferior. Raise our armies. And march. Oh, now we're back from the hunt. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the wetlands behind. As the light fades from the sky, everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were silver linings to be found. We return home in disappointment, and we gain 150 prestige. Alright, now, am I leading this? I am not. But I should be. Oh, wait, pause. We've been called to war. Ooh. We will accept. I can't replace him with my own guy, huh? Alright. Do we have raiders over here? No, that's Connacht. Alright, we got 9 months left. Now, they're going to begin their own siege of our home territory, but we have a good jump on them. Petty King Ayed took your place as culture head. Well, that's not going to stand for too long. And Thamand is now under siege. We're a full month ahead of them. Hey, man, how many of your wars are you going to call us to, you jerk? Two can play at that game. Unpause it. Ally joins war. Of course I shall join you in this war. Okay. Victory against the peasant uprising. Six months left. How many do they have left? They've only got 5 months left. Ah, that can't be, man. I gotta break off my siege and go take them on. Okay, they're not going to get away from me. And our petty queen is pregnant. We've captured somebody important because we're at a 64% war score. All right, 10 months left. Enemy combatant captured. Dunkad swayed. Okay, we have 120 prestige. I want to go back and sway him again. Is there anything here that says there's a cost? It doesn't seem to say that. All right. Nine months left. Now the big question is going to be whether or not 298 is enough for him to siege me down. Familial reputation has improved. Ah, time for treatment. Margaret told me to lie down on my bed and then to offer her my hands. Firmly, she rubbed and slapped my palms until they were red, and then repeated the treatment on my soles. As a finishing touch, she pinched me gently up and down my limbs. This odd procedure turned out to be just what I needed, for now the worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a little brighter. Okay. Okay, we're under siege. Dadgummit. Fine, we gotta go do this whole charade again. chances are even. They shouldn't be. Okay, I should have won that. That puts me at 71%. And he's down to 210 troops. It looks like I have 292 here, so he won't be able to siege me. I'm just now seeing that. I wish I'd seen that before. We have a daughter named Maria. All right, once again, 10 months left on the siege. I don't know why we dropped from 70 some odd percent to... Yeah, we're actually dropping. We have a ticking score against us. Why is that? Because the defender controls the war target. I guess. And Denise is pregnant. Okay, so see, they're barred here. That means that they can't siege me down. Monetary administrations, my petty king, I could not help but notice that you might benefit from some monetary aid. My chancellor smiles coolly as he proposes an arrangement, a loan to ease the burden on my treasury. We gain 35 stress. And he would gain a weak hook on us. No, I'll take the stress. Two months left. Ragnvald has been swayed. Let's pause it and bring up... Who else do we need to sway? Let's get our marshal. Because he's a powerful vassal also. Alright, we're just under 2 months. And we have 1 month left. Our bishop is doing well. "10 days and this war should be over." Siege 1, prisoners taken. Okay, so I think how this is supposed to work. If we were to end the war now, we would lose our prisoners. So instead, we should ransom them back now. For money. Unpause. We have a lifestyle perk we can take. Let's take Organized March for the extra speed. Okay. We gained a hook and we got a little bit of money. And now we go to court, prisoners, ransom for 50 gold. Accepted, and now, and our petty queen is pregnant. That's Samthan. There is my timer. Ransom accepted. Okay. So now we click here and we enforce the demands. And we now have those titles. We're at 3 of 5 titles. We have the Earl of Thomond, the Earl of Desmond, and the Earldom of Ossory. And we're just up over 1,100 on military strength. We can't stand our armies down yet because there's still a war happening over here. Okay, so we will finish that up in the next episode, though. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. If you like this particular game, you want to see me play it more in the future, please hit a like. I guess you could use a comment also, but likes is what I'm looking at. I see that in the content page on my video page, and so it becomes a lot easier for me to judge which games are more popular with who is watching me. So there's my I guess my call out to that. And other than that, I will see you in the next episode where this story continues. Thanks for visiting Aesop Grimm's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.